Okay, so I just got finished watching my buddy's radio show, and on there he was speaking about drugs, and he had um, someone on there to talk about prosecuting people who do drugs, and um, okay, let's be really clear about something here. This is wildly important. If you want to get clarity on the danger in your society, on how to protect your children from the most dangerous elements in your country right now, you're going to have to focus on food. I know it doesn't sound as exciting. More people die from the food they eat than all drugs combined in the whole world. Bar none. Can't even come close. 80% of the people who die of natural causes die from the food they ate. Not because it was poison, I mean, kinda. But when processed food goes through your body, it degrades your organs. You are supposed to live to 120 years, average, according to God. You don't for a reason. We have degraded and bastardized the food so bad that to process it kills you and makes you dumb. That's why they can tell you, no, the drugs are bad, the drugs are bad. What kills more people? Doctor prescribed drugs or street drugs? Doctor prescribed drugs kill more people every year, and that's what they report. It's a voluntary reporting system. More people every year die from doctor prescribed dope than all illegal drugs combined, including fentanyl and all the rest of them. It's more dangerous for someone with diabetes to drive down the road with high blood sugar or really low blood sugar than anybody on pot. Ever. Ever. Because the dude on pot's going like 2 miles an hour, like I swear to God. Furthermore, what you've been told about drugs are lies. All of it, just about. The DARE program is full of shit. Okay? Think about this. And I mean, I'm just being absolutely honest here. If you take the number of people killed by your medical profession and compare it to cocaine, heroin, all of them, there's no comparison. Heart disease is caused by the food that you eat. Diabetes is caused by the food that you eat. Osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, and every wearing away degenerative condition in the body from autoimmune disorder to cancer is your food. Yet they will have you running on and on and on about drugs. Man, drugs don't even register. 210,000 people were killed every year, but they admitted it in 2011 by your medical profession and their medical mistakes and drugs prescribed and taken properly. Now think about that for a minute. 210,000 a year. And that's a voluntary reporting system. The doctor doesn't have to tell that the drugs did it. Your drug companies, okay, they pay the FDA to test the drug so it gets approval. The dope dealer pays the damn dope tester to see if you can take the damn dope. Now tell me there's no corruption in that. If you want to know where your drug laws came from, it's very simple. When prohibition was taken away, they didn't want to stop the government program. So what did they do? They made drugs illegal. They started arresting doctors and they started arresting pharmacists. Then you got your prescriptions to take drugs, right? So now you got a white piece of paper and it's all a money racket by the government. Every single bit of it is lies. they have done studies. Or you can take addictive drugs, right? Take an addictive drug, and they would give it to a rat, right? They didn't give the rat nothing else to do but sit in a cage with drug water and regular water. The rat would take the drug water until it died. Of course. What the fuck else has it got to do? Really? But they found out, dude looks at this and he goes, that's a stupid study, right? Watch Samuel L. Jackson's documentary on drugs. Just find it. It's on Roku. Okay, so anyway, this guy looks at it, he's like, that's a stupid test, man. The rat ain't got nothing to do but drink water or die with the other water. So he goes, I'm going to make a Ratville, where the rats could do whatever they wanted. They lived like a regular rat life, and then they would put the heroin water or the cocaine water or the fentanyl water, whatever water, with the regular water. Rats still use the dope water, but none of them overdosed, ever. If you take a person and you isolate them while they're using drugs, and you tell them that they're an outcast from society, making them an entity on their own, afraid of the whole world, what the hell else are they going to do but use drugs till they die? Because hell, you've taken them away from everything. It's your government that causes that. It's your drug laws that cause that. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth. And by the way, the crime in Colorado did not go up after they made marijuana illegal. It actually went dramatically down, unless you count the extra laws that were put on the books afterward to criminalize people. You have to understand how government works. They're not going to let go of the money. So if they make something legal, they're going to make a backup to recoup their money. And your prison systems are privately owned systems that get people in there and they keep them. They keep them. They train them to be a person that comes back to their prison. That's the truth. All right. And that's coming from an ex-drug addict, alcoholic junkie who will tell you flat out, sorry, but drugs need to be legalized. The reason being, where's it happened before? Portugal. Look up Portugal. They legalized all drugs. Drug overdoses went down by 50% first year. When they do, they started educating people about drugs and telling them the truth. Imagine that. So anyway, I was just going to give you my take on that. Appreciate your radio show. It give me something to chat about, and it's pretty cool. I like the fact that you really are passionate about doing the right thing. But we have to identify what the right thing is versus the right thing for government or the people. Just being honest. I've known rocket scientists that smoked weed, really high-ranking, good members of society that do all kinds of crazy crap when it comes to things like that. So, anyway, not everything is what the government tells you it is, I assure you. Peace, bro.